Howdy, y'all. My name's Tom Sawyer. I grew up in the town of St. Petersburg, Missouri, on the Mississippi River, just bordering Illinois. Throughout my childhood, I got up to all sorts of shenanigans. For cutting school one day, Aunt Polly made me whitewash a fence, but I tricked the neighborhood boy Jim into painting it for me. The next day, at Sunday school, I traded fishhooks and marbles for a Bible. Boy, did that trick the minister. Girls were all over me. I traded my old girlfriend, who I liked a little bit, meh, for my new girlfriend, Becky Thatcher, whom I liked a whole lot. That same day, I met up with Huckleberry Finn, my best friend. He showed me a dead rat he'd found that he was swinging around by the tail. He told me that if you swung it around in a graveyard at midnight, it would cure you of warts, so we decided to test it out. That evening, we went to the town graveyard just before midnight and hid behind a bush, waiting for the moon to disappear. Much to our surprise, we discovered we weren't alone. A body had been exhumed from the ground, and standing there with a shovel was none other than Injun Joe, the town crook. With him was Muff Potter, a town drunkard, and the town doctor as well. The town doctor looked like he was being threatened, and Muff Potter was a bit drunk. Muff and the doctor got into a fight, but Muff passed out. However, Injun Joe murdered the doctor with his knife. We saw the whole thing, and ran away as fast as we could. Huck and I made a blood pact not to tell a single soul about what we saw, lest we face the retribution of Injun Joe. However, on the day of Muff Potter's trial, I decided I finally couldn't stand by and watch an innocent man hang. So I testified against Injun Joe. The instant I delivered my testimony, Injun Joe got up and ran out of the courtroom, a fugitive. A posse pursued him all across the county, but unfortunately, no one could find him, and eventually, Huck and I got back to our old fun and games. We decided to go treasure hunting across the county, so we borrowed a pickaxe and a shovel and started digging holes all around town. Boy, did we strike gold when we decided to check out the old haunted house near the outskirts. We went inside, but we heard voices, so we hid in a crack in the wall. In came the old Mexican man who'd been staying in town recently, and his sidekick. Upon closer inspection, we discovered the old Mexican was in fact Injun Joe in disguise. They came into the house and dug up a pile of gold that looked to be worth thousands of dollars. However, they took it away with them, and we had no idea where it was. Later that week, my girlfriend, Becky, and I got trapped in the caves near the town. We were lost for what seemed like days, but eventually, to my surprise, I met Injun Joe in the dark. He disappeared really quick, and later, we found an escape that led us back to town. By the time I'd led the townspeople back, they discovered Injun Joe by the entrance to the cave, having starved to death. That gave Huck and I an idea. We headed back to the cave in hopes of finding the treasure that Injun Joe must have hid there. Turns out we were lucky, as we found a chest of gold worth more than $6,000. We brought our riches back to the town, and that night, at a party to celebrate our findings, we showed the town our riches. It was certainly a fine achievement for us two young boys, and enough money to fund our careers as pirates and highwaymen for years to come.